And welcome back to another review by Zombill. How's my peeps doing? Today's review, we're going to be taking a look at 3 juices that were sent on to me by Frontier Vapor. That's frontiervapor.com. So you know how we roll. We're going to take a look at the website. Then we're going to come back and we're going to have ourselves a big vape session. We're going to talk about the 3 juices that they sent on to me. But first, before we roll off, you know how we do things. Let's have a big toot. Yeah, let's break out the old KTS here with my crown. This will be the brief tutorial on Frontier Vapor. So let's look at their website. And this is the main website for Frontier Vapor, which you can find at frontiervapor.com. They do carry I Taste BBs, and they also carry a small selection of atomizers such as the AGA T2 and the IGOLs, Pro Tanks, Aero Tanks, Pardo Tanks, and they also carry wick and wire. And their wick, they do happen to have all natural hemp cord. You can get different sizes and different gauge. They also happen to carry 29 gauge, which that really caught my eye the other day when I was looking at their website. Pretty good pricing on it too, for that matter. They now have glass bottles, where you can upgrade to a 32 ml amber or clear child-resistant glass dropper bottle. And they're going to be having a handful of new flavors, which is arriving next week. Frontier Vapor E-Liquid is custom mixed in the USA and uses only the finest ingredient flavorings available. Our juice consists of propylene glycol and vegetable glycerin base mixed with nicotine and flavoring. Unflavored E-Liquid is also available. For more information about the E-Liquid, see a beginner's guide to electronic cigarettes, which they do have on their website. I just want to take a second to point this out too. They also do have a special blend called Hop Harvest. Hop heads and IPA lovers rejoice. Frontier Vapor's proud to announce Hop Harvest, their monthly line of small batch e-liquid crafted exclusively for the hops enthusiast. A new Hop Harvest blend will be handcrafted each month with trip filtered extracts from the finest all natural whole cone hops. This is not a beer flavored e-liquid, rather it has been created to showcase the delicious herbal notes of the hop plant. It pairs well with a pale ale or IPA. You know, and these are these are exclusive every month, and they're also limited editions. As you can see, the one that was in March, or I'm sorry, the one that was in April, uh, is out of stock. So obviously they'll be coming up with one for May pretty soon. Now this is their premium e-liquid blends. They have 6 of which there might be a 7th one added soon. Premium blends start out at $5.99. And that is for a 16 ml bottle. 32 ml bottle amber will cost you $5 more, which makes it $10.99. Now if you get the clear glass bottle, it's the same price, so that'd be $10.99. But if you get the plastic 32 ml bottle, then that'd be $9.99. And of course, there's your Nic Strengths, same as before. And you can, of course, get custom blend. Now, starting price on the custom e-liquid is $6.49. And of course, it goes up $5.50 for an amber glass bottle, and only $4.50 for the plastic bottle. This is where you can make your own flavor, which I'm going to show you real quick how to do that. Alright, you have 6 flavor spots over here. You have strengths that you can put those flavor spots in. You have a Nic Strength, which 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, on up to 36. So we'll go with 12. And you know, so you give it one flavor. And that's one sweet cream. So we're going to do vanilla. And we're going to do green cream. This is what we're going to do. I think E-Cig. And this is what we're going to do with a little texture, but it's actually a color. So on each one of these, I'm going to put what the desired strength is. And over here, you get to choose your PGBG blend. You have pretty much you can choose whatever custom choice you want, because if they don't have it listed here, you can put it in the special instructions. Free flavor enhancement. We're going to put a little sweetener in there. You can choose up to 3 flavor enhancements. Now, you can also name your flavor, and that is what will show up on the actual label. And that concludes the brief tutorial on Frontier Vapor. Now, back to the review. Before I start, I must point out I did receive these free of charge for purpose of conducting a review, but my opinion of the product will remain true, honest, and accurate as always. Okay, so let's look at the label, shall we? Alright, so this first one that they sent was Melon Berry Ice. See that there. And that's a 16 ml bottle. So let's talk about this label. Alright. It's made in the USA, and they make their own stuff right there at their store. And I love what they put on the label. It says, "We go the extra mil." So, you know, typically most companies put out 15 ml bottles. This company, they put out 16 ml bottles. This says on here, handcrafted, and that's the born date. So it has the date when this was made. And it also states that it was a custom blend. Now, we talked about custom blends on the information tutorial. And gives the ingredients: propylene glycol, vegetable glycerin, natural indoor artificial flavorings, nicotine. This product contains nicotine, which is harmful or fatal when swallowed. Store in a cool, dark place out of reach of children and pets. Not for sale to or use by persons under the age of 18. Then on the flip side, no, not the flip side, but on the other side of the label, it shows PGBG 3070 because they do custom mixing there. 16 mil nicotine content, 12 milligrams per milliliter. So that's the way they all came, was 3070 because that's what I had requested. 3070 PGBG and 12 milligrams. That's what I vape right now. So the first one, like I said, is going to be the Melon Berry Ice. And I have it loaded in my iGo tea, freshly coiled and freshly cottoned, dual microcoiled at a 0.6 ohms. And I have that in my on my Nemesis at 18500 mode. Now, as everybody knows, I've always been a big menthol enthusiast. Things that are juices or liquids that are of cool natures. You know, I like the fruity type menthols. Always have. And this is by far a really, really good juice. It's got watermelon, blueberry, strawberry, and it's got Coolada for the cooling effect. It didn't use menthol because this is a custom blend. Now, it's also got a little bit of sour in it, and that's to, I guess, to help the blending process. You know, that way it's not too sweet. But the flavor effect is really good. On the flavor profile on this, I have to give it a 9 out of 10. This is close to being an all-day vape. To me, it just needs to be a little bit cooler. And I believe that to make it cooler, it would have to be substituted. The Coolada would have to be substituted for something like a mint or a menthol, you know, which in turn would probably mess with the flavor profile just a little bit, maybe not much. It might not even be noticeable. But now, throat hit. Throat hit is very mild. It has that, you know, it has that partial cooling effect as it goes down and it comes back up, you know. I'm going to have to give the throat hit on this. I'll have to give it a 6 out of 10 because, you know, it's a mild throat hit. And that's the way I like the throat hits. You know, I don't like them to be like, you know. Vapor production, as you can see, vapor production off the hook. So 9 out of 10 for vapor production. Chocolate cream puff. Now, chocolate cream puff, this is one of their premium e-liquids that they have there. And they have 6. They might have 7 coming soon, and you'll see why here in just a minute. This is really good. I have it loaded in my crown on my KTS, and this is also dual microcoiled, freshly cottoned. And yes, this one here will definitely turn your cotton and your coils dark. Dark juices tend to do that, you know, just to point that out. Now, when I originally got this, it was a tad bit lighter than this, so steeping has definitely improved the flavor some, and it also has made the juice a little bit darker, and that does tend to happen, you know, with e-juices over time if you let them sit and steep. Mmm. Boy, look at that vapor, huh? Just all over the place. And that's because it's a 3070. Now, yes, vapor production will depend on your personal setup, but that VG will bring it up a lot, you know, especially these, because I had it, you know, PGVG 3070. Now, the flavor profile on this chocolate cream puff. Oh, man. This is a treat. This is a treat for sure. I definitely have to give this a 9 out of 10. The description on the website says rich chocolate meets creamy vanilla with an undertone of buttery, pasty flavor. It's more or less like that, but to me the chocolate is like the dark chocolate flavor, and you can definitely taste the creamy vanilla in there. When I first got this, I tried it like the first day that I had it, and I couldn't taste the vanilla. So I knew I had to set it aside, let it steep. So that's the reason. That was another reason why it took me so long to do the review on this, because I wanted to give it some time to present the flavors, right? Now that happens with, you know, good quality liquid, is that sometimes you have to let fresh liquid steep in order for it to present itself, you know. And now it's becoming more and more apparent that companies are actually taking the incentive, the initiative to make small batches, set them aside, let them steep, and then sell those batches, and then they're already pre-steeped, which is awesome. Okay, so with that said, let's throw a hit on this. It's about the same throat hit that was on the Melonberry Ice. Maybe just a little bit more because the flavors are a little different, you know, and there's not that cooling effect that the Melonberry Ice had. So I give this one a 7 out of 10 for the throat hit. It's just a little bit more than mild, but that's still okay because this is a treat vape, you know. This is the kind of vape that you want to have like after a big meal, you know. That's why I like this. Or if you got like a sweet tooth going on, that's what this is good for. In vapor production, well, can't leave out vapor production. Off the hook once again. Okay, my peeps. Number 3. Here's the one that I think I love the most out of the 3 that was sent to me. And this one, you know, I spoke to the owner, and because this tickled me pink, you know. There's never been a juice company that's done this before. So, and I had to ask him, I said, are you going to carry this as like a juice that you can just buy like out of the premium section? because there's been people asking me, is that something that you can just buy from them? And you guys know that I love my custard vapes, okay? So, there it is. Zombill's Bavarian Custard. Yeah, that's right. Zombill's Bavarian Custard. They actually named a juice after me. I'm tickled pink, This is basically a Bavarian cream with sweet cream and sweetener. So it is in essence a custard style vape. So, and just so you guys know, I have vaped the hell out of it. I've tanked it, in a few different ways, and I've dripped it to death in all different ways than you can imagine. So, and everybody knows that when it comes time for a special vape, which I need to add juice to the thing because I baked it beforehand. There we go. Just add some juice to it here. But everybody knows that when it comes time for a special vape, what do I normally put my stuff in? The mod that I love the most out of all the mods that I've ever had before. The Bobo. And I have it in my IGO L, which is at 1.5 ohms, and that is that's what I call a mega microcoil, because it is 26 gauge Canthal, and that is not easy to do with 26 gauge. It's like 14 wraps, 15 wraps. But it is a tremendously big microcoil. So, and it's on a Bobo. So, 15 watts. .3mm air hole there too for fantastic vapor production. Flavor profile on this. I feel like a kid in a candy store. I mean, it's Zombill's Bavarian Custard. What can I say? 10 out of 10. It's a custard vape, and it's been named after me, I mean, I'm honored. I'm privileged, Throat hit. It's mild. It's 6 out of 10. And, vape production. It's good. It's good. I give the vapor production on this one a 10 out of 10. So that is frontiervapor.com. You can also find him on Facebook right here. Not really much more to say about it. I hope you enjoyed the review. My thanks go out to Alexander, the president and owner of Frontier Vapor. I do believe he is also the juice maker at Frontier Vapor. So, a big shout out to you, Alexander. Thanks for sending those on to me. And Zombill's Bavarian Custard. If I had a third thumb, it would be up too, buddy. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the review. Please subscribe to my YouTube. And as always, happy vaping.